the winners of 3 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game. And he have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to...
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this... Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Good timing on the quick out. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They go to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Got his man quickly. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Coverage team, a pretty minimal gain on that return. So Wisconsin's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They sure, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Handoff to Jones. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. The Badgers want to crank the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Throws to the wideout. Makes
job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid comments.
Dashing the knee on the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more,
Turning it on! At the 20. They get him down with this offensive setup, first and goal from the 9.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw in 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
and when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Pocket breaking down. He's got it on the left. Kearney on the Jets. Inside. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take
see. He can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense. It's from 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Osborne. Going to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right. Money, you just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught him. He was ready for that play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Wide open downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Badgers headed quickly to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Plenty of distance between him and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the 2nd. They'll try to start the 2nd quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting 3 on the board. The kickoff unit ready to go.
This gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. He lets one fly deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Owens. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Hey, he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. And I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air. But now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll go right back to it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Steps away. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Touchdown, Ohio State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Osborne. Hauls it in. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra. Return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel.
There he goes! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, that pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. To the air on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loop. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Looking downfield, it's Osborne. Finds the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Wants to keep it in the air. Pulls it in. It's Burns. Breaks into the open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end now in motion. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is... doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And off to Jones. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message he'll have to carry into halftime. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got a man. It's Burns. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Back to pass, it's Osborne. Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to go up top on first down. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside to 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive.
Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USF. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Owens. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to run it. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got it! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than...
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Goes to the option. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Finds a man in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, go make those contested catches.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The pressure, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Trying to set up the screen. Finds a little space. Turning it on. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was payback.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Scanning the field, it's Osborne. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab deep. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you...
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw, it's Owens. And they're not quite in rhythm there.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his face. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Gives it on the option. powers through the defender.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run.
He'll throw it. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Flying the friendly skies. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. On the run from inside his own 5. This drive will open from the 15. They'll try the run. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Caught in the backfield. It's Burns. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but with snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
To the air, it's Osborne. He lofts one down the sideline. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on second and long. Handoff to Jones. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Wisconsin! They won it all! Exactly what they got. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Now the play fake. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good. Now they're within a field goal here in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To throw, it's Owens. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this. Back to throw into very small windows under duress.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
And the yards just continue to stack up for this dude. We've already talked about it. He made over 300, over 400. Now he's over 450 on the game. He has been on fire.
Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Florida State was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Tallahassee over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Osborne. Looking for a big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. Huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? You just can't come up with a completion.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. And they will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. This guy is so impressive, both with his ability to move, to buy time, run, and then he'll kill you with his arm.
Unbelievable. Just a freak. It's like he's playing a video game, and everybody else is trying to play real-life football. It's ridiculous to be that fast and still be a quarterback, still make plays down the field. It's just not fair.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Back to throw, it's Osborne. Fires to the big fella.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Makes the grab. It's Jones. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Lowers those pads. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Snagged in the middle. It's Jones. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Slides him. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Creates a little room, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense looks as if it's coming. It'll be a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Osborne. Makes the grab, it's Burns. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.